We're here for our weekly press conference with head coach John Cooper. Coach, Red Hawks' offense has been pretty good, but teams have been hitting some shots against them the past few games. What sort of adjustments can the team make to refocus on the defensive end?
Well, we've got to do a better job of contesting shots. It starts there, and then, of course, we've got to contain the dribble penetration. We've had some teams that have broke us down on the offensive end just by driving to the basket and forcing us into rotations and closeouts, which always presents challenges. And then, of course, we've got to be there on the catch with shooters. We've got to be able to contest shots and make them hard. Certainly against Akron, first half, boy, they hit some, that were tough. And then actually in the second half, they had a couple that were open that they actually missed. So we've just got to be more tight, more fundamentally sound on the defensive end.
Logan McLean had a second career double-double against Akron. What has been the key to his resurgence, and what more, if anything, are you looking for from him?
Well, I hope at this point we're not calling it a resurgence. He's certainly done it now, probably about, 10, 11 games now in a row. He's been much more consistent. I think he's brought more activity. I think the thing with Logan, that we're always harping on and watching is no slippage, no letdowns in any areas, no letdowns in practice, that you stay solid in everything you do and that you cut out the mental mistakes. He had a couple of breakdowns even against Akron, fouling in a double team and getting driven when he shouldn't have. So we've got to alleviate those. And then, of course, he's got to continue to really work and finish around the rim and not take anything for granted. If you take a look at his numbers and the amount of times where he's probably had an opportunity to finish a play when he's gotten fouled or a chance to score right there around the basket and it's rolled around and maybe falling off, his shooting percentages would probably be out the roof. But he's just got to continue to concentrate, continue to play, and then continue to rebound for us.
And then Marcus Weathers has joined the starting lineup the past couple games. Obviously, early in the season, the talk was about his brother and his prolific start. But how important will Marcus be to the team's future success?
Well, Marcus is a kid that brings activity to the floor for us. He has abilities. He's always around the ball and has the ability to rebound, both on the offensive and defensive end. He's done a good job of taking good three-point shots, and when he's had the opportunity, he knocks them down. And so he's shooting a really good percentage from that area. And Marcus, when you look at him, he's a kid that at his size, and when he does catch the ball in the paint or around the rim, he's got the ability to elevate and finish through traffic. And so he brings some things, some length. He brings some toughness to the team that I think has certainly helped us. He's a quiet kid in some ways, but that quietness does not indicate, his demeanor as far as being aggressive and playing with toughness. And so he's continued to elevate his game from the first game until now. I think Marcus is a kid that you look at and you can say that he has continued to improve. And from a coaching standpoint, that really excites you because you've got a young man that's continuing to evolve. It also tells you that he cares about what he's doing, and it also tells you that it means something to him. And so we're excited about his continuing to improve. But, of course, we want more. We want him to continue to keep working and continue to come along at the pace that he is and just be himself. And I think when he does that, he certainly helps our program.
2 long road trips this week. First is a rematch against Northern Illinois. You just played them in one 2 weeks ago. So what can we expect with the teams facing off again so soon?
Well, I don't know how much teams are going to be able to change in that much in that short span of time, I should say. I think, obviously when you play Monty's teams, Northern, they're going to be tough. They're going to be physical. They're going to rebound the ball. They're going to do what they do, and they challenge you by doing it. They're very consistent. They defend. They have a toughness about them that I love, and they stay in character. They're not a team that gets away from who they are. Which I think speaks to the kind of kids they have, and it speaks to the job that Monty and his coaching staff have done and the culture that they've implemented in their program. And so this is a team that has won 3 games in a row. They opened up with a loss to us, and they've gone on the road. They've won 2 road games, and they won another home game. So it tells you about them, their character and their will to win. And so we've got our hands full in being able to go there. We started off good here at home. Nice start to the game and a run, and of course they just hung around. They didn't go down, and they put themselves in a position to win it because that's just who they are. They never give in 1 inch, and they continue to battle you. And so we've got our hands full.
Right. And then finally, Central Michigan is up next on Saturday. They are high scoring. So how do you avoid fatigue of the long week when you take them on?
Well, I mean, I think what happens is you worry about that when you get to it. Certainly Central can score the ball. They've got multiple people that have the ability to score. They really shoot the basketball very well, so they stress you, stress your defense. Certainly they do that. But, going up there, they've made it hard here the past couple of years to win there. They've lost a few, but for the most part, they're very successful at home. But we've got to do a good job defensively. It's going to start on the defensive end and rebounding. Are we going to be able to contest their shots? They shoot the ball pretty doggone well at home. We opened up the year there last year, conference play, and I mean it was unbelievable what they did shooting the basketball. I believe that was last year. Geez, I'm getting fast. 2 years ago when we opened up there, but it was just unbelievable how they shot the ball and their comfort level at home. So we certainly have our hands full. Central's like us right now. You're scrapping and trying to figure out a way to get a win. I mean, you take a look at, certainly on our side of the conference, the two teams that have proven to have some consistency thus far are Akron and Ohio. And then you look at the rest of the league, and on our side certainly, and we're all, I think, sitting at 1-3 and trying to find ways to go win on the road and protect home. We let down at home against Akron. Akron was able to come in here and beat us, and so really and truly you got to go try to find a way to get some on the road to make up for it. I thought we put ourselves in a position to win that game, but we didn't finish it out, and they did. And so we've got to get better. We've got to continue fighting. I will say this. I mean, we put ourselves in a position to win. We're right there. So I like that. I like the demeanor our kids have had. And now the question is, can we go on the road and can we avoid the lulls that we've had offensively in a couple of road games where we go extended minutes without getting buckets, and can we stay out of foul trouble? And that'll certainly help us if we can do that.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck this week.
Thanks.